is our Health Hub Live. We do every Monday night. Last week we talked about gut health, and tonight we're going to talk about the metabolism and weight management and really how we can be better with that, how our metabolism really works, and ways to support it. So I'm going to go right into slides. Um, for this. And then we have got a special guest, holistic practitioner Jen Laurie, on the line, who's going to share all of her wisdom. And I feel so blessed to have her wisdom. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. But why metabolism? Why is this such a big deal and weight management? Well, according to national data analysis, 88% to 90% of adults struggle with at least one metabolic risk factor. Impaired glucose, raised triglycerides, high waist circumference, elevated blood pressure, low HDL. Okay, so this is something that we are looking for answers for. And many adults, well, 88% to 90% need these answers. So, what is metabolism? Metabolism is the body's ability to convert food to energy, use nutrients efficiently, regulate hormones, burn or store fat, um, maintain lean mass. And so, this is all super important. Metabolic health is, if you're really focused in this arena, your gut and metabolic health would be the first thing you focused on to get healthy. What are the 5 drivers of metabolism? Digestion, hormones, inflammation, blood sugar, and mitochondria. And I am not going to speak anymore. I am super excited to have holistic practitioner Jen Laurie come on the line and really talk about the 5 drivers of metabolism and some things that we can do about all of this. And so, just so you know, this gal, she has helped clients all across the world, okay, to better their health with education. I feel really blessed to have her in my life because I am 55 years old and I want all of the goods, right? I want to learn as much as I possibly can. Any supplements that I can put in my body that are going to help me have more energy, to speed up my metabolism, circulation, all of those things. And I will tell you, since learning this education, I feel like I look and feel better than I did in my 30s. And so I'm super excited for all of you to learn more from this gal. She's a rock star in the health world. So please help me welcome holistic practitioner Jen Laurie. Thank you so much for being here. I learn something from you every single day, and I'm so excited you're here to share.
Thank you, Mindy. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for all the love, you guys. Mindy is just so awesome, isn't she? First of all, she created this Health Hub Live series. So she came to me and asked me, and of course, I wanted to partner with her. She is just always looking and learning, and I admire that about her always. Is she's just like, teach me more, let me learn more. And then she'll go off and she'll do her own learning too, right? Like she's just such a self-learner, and that is such a powerful tool to be. So congratulations to all of you who are also self-learning, because you are here because you want to learn something. So that's really important to be healthy. We have to continuously be learning and growing about all the things because it's so it's simple, but it's complex. Like our bodies are simple, but they are very complex. So we're going to start talking about, we're going to just kind of really briefly talk about gut health. Because if you want to dive deeper into our gut health talk on the Health Wealth Travel Facebook group, if you do not have access to it yet, ask the person who invited you to watch this to get you into that group. Because in the guide section at the very top, #1 guide section, you're going to see this Health Hub Live series, and it is the first video on there. So you're going to be able to watch the recording. But let's just talk a little bit about how gut health is connected to metabolism, right? So, first of all, in order for our cells to function, we have to have nutrients. And if we're not accessing the nutrients, our cells cannot be expected to perform the functions that they're made to do. So when what I just want to Oh, I could go so in so many different directions with this, Mindy. Okay, so gut health is so important. We know it's connected to so many things. So you're going to hear about gut health throughout this whole series because it's connected in different ways to the different areas of health. But I want to kind of really narrow it in on the gut health and how it connects to metabolism. So we did mention hormones is the next section. Well, I'm going to kind of blend these two a little bit. So go back. Yeah, just go back to here for just a second because here's the deal. Hormones, a lot of hormones are in the gut, and if we're not uh converting our thyroid hormone, that's going to affect our metabolism, right? If we're not keeping inflammation down, right? So if we're not breaking down our proteins into amino acids, we're not going to be accessing the amino acids, which is going to be the healing processes of the body, right? The cellular regeneration. Instead, we're going to have something called uric acid instead of amino acids, and uric acid is going to increase the inflammation. So we definitely need to be taking care of that. And we also have all of our hormones that control our hunger. We have our hormones that control our that feed the loop into our brain to say when we should be eating and when we should feel full. So we have those hormones. We have our insulin hormone that is connected to gut. So all of those things are really, really important. And so if we're not digesting our food properly, it's definitely connected to that. But we're going to talk a little bit further into hormones because I think hormones is like a big talk about when it comes to metabolism and weight management right now because more and more people are have discovered how connected hormone health is to weight management, and stress can even be a piece of that, right? So let's move forward here past this the gut health stuff, Mindy. Let's just dive right into hormone health specifically. So we're going to talk about for her. So for those of you who are women over 35 or have women in your life over 35, you need to know this. So whether you are a woman over 35 or you have a woman in your life over 35, keep listening because this is really important because one of the things that women specifically in this season of life struggle with is cortisol levels. Have you heard that? Put a one in the chat if you've heard that before. Cortisol is a big deal. So we're going to talk about cortisol. We're also going to talk about the master hormone called insulin, right? Insulin is actually a hormone and it's a master hormone. But let's just start here with cortisol. For her is an amazing product because a lot of times what women are doing in this season of life of to try and minimize the symptoms is they're going for synthetic hormone treatments through the pharmaceutical world, which does come with some side effects. So, we always have to do a risk benefit analysis when we are diving into anything pharmaceutical. So, here's the deal. Not everybody can take those hormones safely. And so this is an alternative option that's completely plant-based that helps to um, it'll help to regulate the hormones during this season of life. Instead of having those big estrogen drops, it's going to help moderate that to being less of a drop and let it happen in a more natural flow instead of this drastic drop, because the big drop is what causes things like hot flashes and the weight to stall out. And one of the things that happens is our cortisol hormone gets out of control, and we can actually become cortisol resistant the same way we can become insulin resistant. And when our cortisol is really high, or maybe you're just like in a very high season stress life, that raises your cortisol also. And let's think about that age, 35 to 45. Lots of us in that age have teenagers. It's kind of a stressful period of time. Or maybe we've got aging parents that we're trying to support. Like there's lots of different things that cause stress in that period of time. So it's gonna create this cortisol resistance. And what is amazing is it's not only going to help with the female hormones that need to be addressed, but this for her product also has ashwagandha, which is an amazing product to help manage cortisol levels, which is going to help with the mood regulation as well. So it's gonna, and it also triggers the the body to relax more, which then with the cortisol levels coming down, it's going to do two things. It's going to reduce inflammation in your body. It's going to reduce the stress in your body. It will improve digestion when your stress levels go down as well. It's going to improve your sleep. Do you know how important sleep is for metabolic health and weight loss? If you're not getting good quality 7 to 9 hours a night sleep, that could be a sticking point as why our weight won't change also. So this is going to help with sleep. It's going to help with hormone balance. It's going to help with all those symptoms of perimenopause, menopause. It will indirectly support the metabolic health in a way that it will allow for those fat burning hormones to turn back on as well. So let's move on to blood sugar. Blood sugar is so, so important. We talked about digestion, we talked about hormones, we talked about inflammation. We're still on hormones because you see everything's kind of connected. Because when we're talking about blood sugar, we're talking about the hormone called insulin. Have you ever heard that insulin is the master hormone? No? Okay, well, I'm telling you now. Insulin is the master hormone, and how that works is it when it is elevated in your bloodstream over long periods of time, what happens is it triggers a series of events in your body. Your triglycerides are gonna go up. It inhibits the production of melatonin in your body, which is maybe why you're not sleeping well. It inhibits the production of a hormone called DHEA. DHEA is a building block to all other hormones in your body. You see that master hormone and how it controls all of that. It literally turns off like a switch your fat burning hormones. When insulin is high, you actually cannot burn fat. If insulin is running high in your bloodstream, you cannot burn fat. And so it's so important to get blood sugar under control. And with the daily health system, we're going to take a look at how it supports all your 5 metabolic markers, but we're going to talk about blood sugar first. Transform directly reduces the glucose spikes because it will transform 50 to 90% of the sugar coming into your body into fiber. I said that wrong. I'm going to just correct myself here because I said that wrong. What it does is it turns glucose to fiber in your digestive system, reducing the blood sugar spike from 50 to 90%. Wanted to make sure I said that right. And so, what that's going to do is it's going to help regulate and manage those blood sugars, which is then in turn going to help regulate the amount of insulin flowing through your bloodstream as well, which can improve your insulin sensitivity in your cells, which is a big, big deal because, if we can actually walk around with symptoms of insulin resistance for 15 years before it's caught on a blood diagnostic test. Like really, really, it can start happening so much sooner than when it's actually caught. When it's actually caught, it's actually been going on for a long time. These mechanisms of dysfunction in the body do not happen overnight. They are something that's building up for years, and maybe you have one symptom here and there, and then another symptom here and there, but the connection isn't always made to the regulation of blood sugars, like brain fog and um, if feeling hungry all the time or adult acne. It's not always being connected to insulin resistance. Activate. Activate is the most delicious drink, but not only is it delicious, it targets all 5 metabolic markers actually. So it is going to target your blood sugars by way of increasing your natural GLP-1 hormone. And so with that increase of GLP-1 hormone in your body, it's going to help with appetite control. It's going to help you feel full faster. It's going to reduce those cravings, that food noise between meals, so you're not feeling, ravenous between meals and just grabbing whatever quick carb you can, which is just going to send your blood sugars on another roller coaster. So, we love that. And then it also helps with your body composition. And what it does from how it does that is there is the Moro blood orange extract in it. And what that does is it ramps up your AMPK enzyme. Your AMPK enzyme is like a master switch to your metabolism. It tells your brain to target fat burning in your abdominal area specifically. So it's going to help with the fat burning in the areas we definitely want that extra support because waist circumference is one of those risk factors. So for women, it's 35 inches, and for men, it's 40 inches. If your waist is bigger than that, you are considered a high risk factor for many, many metabolic problems like heart attack, stroke, diabetes, all of the big things that are the top killers in North America, right? So we want to reduce the risk as much as possible. This is a really great way to do that. What I really love about Activate is it truly is a health product with a byproduct of weight loss, not a weight loss product. So we're losing weight by the mechanism of improving the functioning of our body. And I love that. So we have so many life-changing stories in our Health Wealth Travel group. So remember to scroll through there and take a look. Mindy, I'm going to let you share this story here because I know that she's near and dear to you.
Well, this is my sister-in-law, you guys, and I had no idea the power of our daily health system and really how important metabolic health was. I mean, I always had heard that, but I never, I mean, when I started recognizing different people using this product, it just amazed me. So this is my sister-in-law, Francini, and she just, was really looking for something to help with her insulin resistance, and then also wanted more energy and just all of the things that we as women want. She's in her mid 40s, and so she just started with the daily health system along with our nootropic energy drink Zest and Enrich digestive enzymes. She did those three products and or four products, I guess, with the Transform, Activate, Zest, and Enrich. And this is after 1 month, you guys, like 1 month of her. Now, here's what she did. She did work out doing this, but she didn't go crazy. Like, you know how you go on this diet and then everybody, like, you're mad at everybody and you're not eating anything. And, she didn't do that. She actually said, look, if I wanted a piece of chocolate, I had a piece of chocolate. I just didn't eat the whole bag. And the one thing she did is she worked out once a day, uh, weights for 30 minutes, cardio for 30 minutes, and then she didn't eat anything after 8 p.m. And that was, she said, I didn't go crazy. I still ate things that I wanted to eat, but I just, watched my portions. And the biggest thing that she said she noticed is her muscle mass got better, her body composition got better. And so I noticed for me, when I started taking Transform, immediately I wasn't running to the pantry right after I would eat wanting to have more sweets. I noticed that my sugar levels were better. And I like that you can wear a glucose monitor and you can see how it really works. But that is Francini's story. So I love this. Okay. And then do you want me to play this, Jen?
Sure.
Okay, and then this is our friend Kathy, and you can hear her story. And it does, play a lot into hormones and stuff too, she noticed.
Hi, my name is Kathy Parker, and I'm in my 40s going through perimenopause, right? Peri is the mean girl, nobody invited to the party. And what I was experiencing is lower energy. The scale was creeping up, sleep, terrible. I wasn't able to recover from my workouts as well as I could or should. And then I found out that I had a glucose metabolism problem. So in comes the daily health system. And on it, I was able to improve all of that. The scale dropped 14 pounds. I dropped a pant size, lost a ton of inflammation. My energy now is through the roof. My sleep is so much better. I'm able to recover from my workouts, and I've improved so many of my metabolic health markers, including my body composition. So, if that sounds like any of the issues that you're dealing with, be sure to get back with the person who shared this video with you so you can get on the daily health system today. Hi, Manny.
Okay. And then, Jen, we're going right into NAD plus. Do you want me to talk about it or you? Oh, I think we lost her.
Yep, I can talk. I can talk
Oh,
for a few more
okay.
minutes here.
Okay.
It's still on Kathy here.
It is. Okay. I think my internet's being funny. Here.
There. The screen is gonna be like it
Okay.
was stuck.
There. Are we there now?
It's coming. It's not there yet. There we go. Okay. NAD plus. Okay, the next product we're going to talk about is A plus. NAD is a coenzyme found in every cell of your body. What it is it's the battery cells of your mitochondria. And if you are over 40, you are operating at 50% battery cell at this point because our NAD production goes down by 50%. The stores of it go down by 50%. So you just doesn't matter how much you try to rest, sleep, you're just not fully charged. So the reason, so that can possibly be the reason for feeling extra fatigued and low energy. And so this is like a magic switch. It's like putting a brand new battery into your body. And so this also it does so much. NAD helps with so much. So it does help target healthier cholesterol levels, blood pressure levels, blood sugar levels. It regulates your sleep wake cycle, so your melatonin cycles. It helps build resilience. It can help with so many different things. You think about it, it's the battery, it's the function, it's how you are feeling. And when you feel like your brain is just, I was telling someone today what NAD does, because it's not like a caffeine boost or something like that. But it's like all your neurons in your brain are actually like connecting faster. So mine just arrived today. Can't wait to feel it again because I've been out without for a couple of months. And I am so excited to get back on this because it really truly your just brain just is able to fire and function and you can think faster, you can just feel things better. So I know that sleep, I'm actually going to be testing my sleep with this because so many people that are taking it already are reporting a more restful sleep, less fatigue, all of that. And I've been tracking my sleep before so that I can have some comparison data. So that's going to be really fun. If you are kind of like that too, I recommend you start tracking your sleep now and then get yourself some NAD plus and then track your sleep after and see. I mean, it's great to feel, but I'm kind of a science nerd, so I really like to see the data in front of me. So if you're kind of like that too, you might want to do the same thing because it's kind of fun. So as you can see here, it just keeps getting better and better. What makes our NAD plus different is it has a liposomal technology. Most NAD products do not make it past your digestive system. And so it's not really going to make a big improvement. So maybe you've tried NAD before and you're like, oh, it didn't work. This one, I am telling you, will feel different than ones you've maybe tried before. This liposomal technology helps it get right into the cell and improves that ability to make NAD. And then we have this patented formula that comes in there and cleans up all of the debris and waste hanging out in your body. Think of your body if you have toxic overload or metabolic waste that's been hanging out in your cells. This is going to really clear it out of the way so that your cells can be performing the functions they're made to function. It even helps repair DNA, you guys. This is nuts. Like, I just can't wait to be on this long term. I know David's in the comments here saying he can tell it works really well. I know for him it helped with even the further reducing inflammation in the body. So good. So that is our NAD. I'm gonna pass it back to Mindy to talk about our zest and our mojo for you guys because I know she loves her zest. I love both mojo and zest. And I just want to say thank you guys for coming on here tonight. I have to go and get on another health chat, but thank you, Mindy, for inviting me to come in here and just sprinkle a little bit in here before I got on my next call.
I'm so excited that you can join us every week because we learn so much from you every time. Everybody give Jen a big hug in the chat or tell her thank you because we feel so blessed to have your wisdom, your education. I learn something, like I said, every time I talk to you. So thank you again.
Thank you guys. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the health talk.
Okay. Well, you guys, I have to add on to this NAD Plus, okay? Because I want you to know when I found out that we were launching NAD Plus, I immediately went to my gal and I said, okay, I'm ready now. I want to do the NAD Plus injections because I wanted to try the injections before I tried ours, okay? And it was before we had it. And so before we were doing our test run, so I did the NAD Plus injection for 1 month. And I want you to know that I didn't really notice that much of a difference. And I do know that it takes a while for that NAD Plus to build up in your system. So it could have been part of that. One thing I did notice after 3 weeks, my skin just started to look better. But then as soon as we got our NAD Plus in the test run, I started taking NAD Plus. And what I noticed is it wasn't like this big boost of energy like you might get with Mojo and Zest, which we're going to talk about Mojo and Zest. What I noticed more is that I had like natural energy, kind of like the energy that I had when I was younger. I had that. And for those of you who joined us a little bit later, I'm 55 years old. And, I noticed as I am getting older that my energy hasn't always been as good as it was when I was young. But one thing I noticed is that I had just a little more energy. The next thing I noticed is that my recovery was better. What I mean by recovery is, if I would not get a lot of sleep the night before, like we had a big event, and normally I'm just hammered after those events. Like we went to Vegas, and those of you who are on the line, you know what those events are, right? But like I would get maybe sometimes 3 hours of sleep and I'm hammered the next day, like hammered. Not a little hammered, like I'm like can't even hardly think, okay? And I noticed like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm okay. Like I can do this. Of course I did have to get sleep, but I just felt like my recovery was better, my resilience was better. And then I noticed I was sleeping better. And I'm having like more like distinct dreams, like things like I noticed. And I wear an aura ring. And my aura ring said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because I'm sleeping better. And so I do believe that NAD Plus has been a huge blessing for me. And I'm excited because, we've only just had it out really I've only had it for a couple of months. And so I'm excited to be using it more because I do know that the more you take it, the longer you take it, the more you're going to notice. Kind of like collagen. At first they said to collagen load for a month and then to back off. And I noticed that my collagen, like was really depleted in that. And we're not talking about collagen tonight, but NAD plus is kind of like that, where maybe the first day you take it, or even the first couple of weeks, you may not notice it. But as you continue to take it, you're going to notice it more. That's what I noticed. Anyway, so any of you, again, if you have a story about any of our products, drop that in the chat. And I want to make sure everybody that's on the line knows that we have a Facebook group of over 100,000 people that have testimonials about all of these products. And normally we'll have different people jump on. And what we decided is we want to give you that education and then get into our Facebook group and see all of these testimonials about all of, people that have had results with all of these different products. So I'm going to talk about a product that I honestly can't, I can't live without any of these products. People ask me all the time, like, which one is your favorite product? And I have to tell you, it's kind of like asking me about my 4 children. Which one is your favorite of your 4 kids? I love them all. I can't tell you which one, okay? I love them all, just like these products. But one that like I love to take first thing in the morning is Zest. And I bet you some people on this line would say their first thing is Mojo, okay? Regardless of either one, these are amazing nootropic energy drinks. What I love about this is usually when you hear about an energy drink, you think unhealthy, you think heart attack. At least that's what I would always think when my son or husband wanted to have an energy drink. I'd be like, no, that's so bad for your heart. But this is an energy drink that doesn't have the synthetics in it. It's a nootropic energy drink, which actually is healthy for you. It boosts your serotonin levels in the brain. It's a natural mood enhancer. And what I can tell you with Zest that I noticed is, I was in the middle of a move when we first launched Zest. And I'm talking boxes everywhere. Any of you that have ever moved, which is probably everybody, you know what I'm talking about. Like it gets overwhelming when you've got all of this stuff you have to get done. And I just remember I was tired. It was first thing in the morning, we got back and I was in my craft room and I had just crap everywhere. I felt like, and I just felt overwhelmed because we had so much to do and we had to get it all done, in the next 2 days. And I'm like, I'm just going to try this. I'm going to try to drink this Zest and see if it can just give me some energy right now because I need it. And I drank that Zest, and within 10 minutes, I'm not even joking. It was like I was in love. Like I was happy. I felt like I was floating on air, and I just felt like I could take on the world. And I'm like, it can't be this Zest. I think it might be this Zest. And I'll just tell you, like for me, it's something that really boosts serotonin levels in my brain. It really just makes me happy. And I do love that it also supports an active weight loss routine. It has natural stimulants and minerals in it that help ignite your metabolism, curb your appetite. And it's yummy. I think it's yummy. But I didn't even talk to Rania about this, but I love Rania's story about Mojo. So Rania, I hope that you don't mind sharing, but I am going to ask you to share your Mojo experience because I love her story about Mojo. And I bet you anybody on the line is going to relate to some of these stories. But Rania, tell us your story about Mojo. Can you? Oh, I made you a co-host if you unmute.
Oh,
there you go.
there we go. Sorry, I didn't say I was a co-host. Yeah, so Mojo. I drink both. I love them both, but I start the day every morning with Mojo, and I actually combine chocolate and coffee together with our Nourish to have kind of like a French mocha. But the first time I drank Mojo, I had a 30-minute commute to work. I am the kind of person, or used to be, when I woke up in the morning, you just didn't really talk to me. You just let me have my coffee, get ready for work, and I had 30 minutes to kind of get in the mood. And literally, I'm driving to work and I'm like, man, everything seems brighter. Like it literally looked brighter outside. The colors were sharper. And I'm like, well, that's really weird. Like, and I was noticing things that I guess I just didn't notice before. And then a song came on, and I do not sing, people, and I started singing on my way to work. And I'm like, what is happening? I'm literally was like, oh my gosh, what just happened to me? Like nobody's gonna know who I am. Um, but that's kind of like you. The serotonin got boosted, and I just felt happy. And that's how I feel when I drink Mojo. Like literally the first drink, I'm like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
And because I'm always on a weight loss journey, and I love someone put they want to lose weight and have it stick, right? Like the yo-yo is so old.
Mhm.
I have with Trinot products have lost 40 pounds already over the years and have kept it off. But with Mojo, I lost 10 pounds in the first month and I didn't even try. I just had more energy. I felt like the appetite control was better and I just wasn't eating as much. So truly love it. If you've not tried it, you have to try Mojo. It's literally probably my top two products.
Yeah, like it's life changing, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
And you know what I've noticed, and I don't know if anybody else will notice this, but or you can say, because this is a health talk. So I love that we have several different people on here that have been able to use these products. But I've noticed that like my mom and dad, they love Mojo. Like they can't live without Mojo. Like Rania, okay? I have a friend, Jennifer, who just loves Mojo. For me, I didn't notice with Mojo like I did with Zest. But then I have like a sister who can't live without Zest. Like she's like, no, I didn't notice it with Mojo like I noticed it with Zest. And I have a friend who also was like, oh, that Zest, like I can't live without that. So I want to say to all of you on here, like, I don't know what, and maybe we need Jen Lori on here to explain the two differences here, but I'm just telling you, like, there's something in Zest that my body needs. And so if you try one of these and maybe you don't notice it, like you try, make sure you try both, okay? Because they're both, I mean, I love Mojo too. I like do, but I've noticed like that happy thing that happens, whatever it is, for me, it's Zest. It just like I'm like floating on cloud nine with Zest. So I just thought I would share that. Okay, so Rania, thank you for sharing. I know sometimes I just put people on the spot, but I saw her and I'm like, I love her story about Mojo. Okay, another one that I just love. Okay, so let me ask all of you a question. First of all, I mean, I don't think we all need to talk. We all know protein's important to us, right? Like it's so important for so many reasons. Lean muscle mass, um, so many things. However, I will tell you that I got really tired of protein drinks, like the actual powder protein drinks. Like I can't, I don't do well with those. I am so excited about clear protein because it's different. It's a light, refreshing way to get your protein. I don't think you guys can see my screen. Let me go back to the screen. Sorry. Oh, where's my slides? Okay, it's a light, refreshing way to get. It's like a clear drink. Okay, and what I love about our clear protein, it's just lighter. It's easier to digest. It has 20 grams of clear whey protein in it. And now you can do with our clear protein, you can either do uh, with caffeine or without caffeine. So I know like Jen Lori, she will drink the clear protein with caffeine. I believe it's Jen for her workouts, like when she goes to work out. So she gets that boost of energy. But this is so important for metabolism and metabolic health. And I actually didn't have this product in here for our talk today. But Jen said, no, we've got to talk about protein because protein is so important for your metabolism and so important for metabolic health. And if you talk to any, like well, holistic practitioner like Jen, they're going to tell you, always have protein. If you're going to do a carb, do protein with a carb because that helps with the sugar spikes and everything. But also, it's just important for protein. So it's a really good way to get protein in a drink. It has high protein, lower calories, and love, love, love the clear protein. So. We also have creatine, and I don't have this on here, but we do have a difference between our creatine compared to most. It's incredible for your brain. And we'll get more into that in another health talk. But you guys, I will tell you that as I have been on this health journey, and I'm so grateful for our company and the education that I get every single day. The top two things, like if you are going to really get focused on health and change your life, the top two things that you can focus on is gut health and metabolic health. And those two together, I'm just grateful for what we have. We actually have a package. If you're like, okay, these are so many products, where do I start? If you were to start in one place, I would recommend our daily health system with our enriched digestive enzymes. These three products are so great for gut health, for metabolism, for immunity, mood, everything. Um, if first of all, your gut is like your second brain. And most inflammation disease starts in the gut. And so this is, if you haven't learned about Enrich, watch a pudding demo. You're going to, go back to our health talk last week and you can kind of see why that's so important. And then, of course, Jen talked about our sugar transforming enzymes, Transform, that is incredible for glucose levels, and insulin, all of the things that we fight as we age. I love that you can wear a glucose monitor and you can see how powerful this is. And then Activate, of course, to ramp up your AMPK, to boost your natural hormone, GLP-1 hormone. I love that we hear a lot about these synthetic shots that people are doing to lose weight. And I love that our daily health system is a natural way to get that boost of GLP-1 without synthetics. There's no synthetics in this. Most of those shots actually can make you decrease muscle mass, can cause issues with, your organs. It can cause issues with your metabolism. It slows it down. Can cause issues with your gut health and everything. And so what's great about this is it actually improves body composition. It can increase muscle mass. It's incredible for glucose regulation, all of those things. So I believe this is a great package to start with. But whatever it is, get back with the person who invited you on this line, and they can talk to you a little bit more in detail, specifically about where you are with your health and what you are actually looking for. And then go to our Facebook group. It's called Health Wealth Travel. The person who invited you on can add you to that group and they can tag you on some posts so you can see the power of all of these products we're talking about. And make sure that you go to, if you didn't see last week's Health Hub Live, watch last week's because it starts in your gut, and we talk a lot about gut health and inflammation. And then you're going to see the power of some of the products that we're talking about on here. And then you can also, be caught up for our next series for next week. So we're super excited for you. Here's what I can tell you, and I know that you're going to start using these products and you're going to want to share them with everybody you love. And as you share, there is an opportunity here. If you want to learn more in 20 minutes or 15 minutes, I guess, back on this same link, I'm going to be doing a brief 20-minute overview about how you can actually share these products with people you love and earn an income. And with this, we've actually created many 5-figure earners, 6-figure earners, and even 7-figure earners who have done really well just with these products, tapping into an online system where you can work from wherever. So if that is something you want to learn more about, you can jump back on this link right at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm going to be sharing for 20 minutes about the opportunity and how that could look for you. So thank you so much for joining me. We're so excited you're here. Thank you for all of your support with these Health Hub Lives. And our goal really is just to spread the word of health, because our health truly is our greatest asset, right? And more people should learn this. And I'm just grateful that we're getting that opportunity to learn. And anything, that you want to learn, get with the person who invited you, and they can share all of the different resources that we have to better your health, your family's health, and really make 2026 your best health year ever. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see all of you soon. In 10 minutes again, I'll be sharing the opportunity if anybody would like to learn more. Thank you. Talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.